Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're going to be making a mock rock for garden decor, and this is going to be my first try, so I hope it goes well. Time for the fun part. We have an overcast day today, but we're not expecting any rain, so I'm hoping we're going to be able to get this project done and dry. Now, as per usual, I started gathering up some materials that we already had here on the homestead, and I think we have what I need. Except for the concrete. I did have to go to Lowe's this morning and pick up a few bags, and I'm hoping I only need one bag, maybe a little bit of the second bag for this project. But if you haven't seen a fake rock made before, there's a bunch of different techniques people use, and today we're going to be using the cardboard box method. We're going to be using the cardboard boxes as the internal structure, and we're going to be shaping them so we can put the concrete right over it. And then once the concrete dries, oh, the geyser. But once the concrete dries, we should have something that resembles a landscape boulder. Oh, and we're getting some sun to poke out too. That'll be nice. Now, I do already have an idea on where it's going to be going in the gardens, but we're going to go ahead and make it first, and then we can set it in place. Huh, Pup? You keeping an eye on your cousin? Good boy. Now, I think I have everything I need for this project, except for the chicken wire. We're going to have to go over to the scrap pile and grab some chicken wire. Oh, there you are. So I'm going to grab that and the concrete, and then we'll get everything set up. Huh, Pups? Alright, now if we're going to be using the cardboard as the structure, we need to stiffen it up a little bit. And since the concrete's going to be wet whenever we put it on, we also want to seal it. We don't want the water just soaking into the cardboard, making it soft, and having it collapse before the concrete dries. So I do have some primer left over. You can also use a clear coat sealer for wood, but I think the primer is going to work just as well to keep it waterproof enough until the concrete has time to dry. So I'm going to use the packing tape to tape these boxes together, and then we're going to spray prime them. Dry. Alright, now that the primer's dry, we can wrap it with the chicken wire. This is just scrap chicken wire I used to have on a fence. But we're not going to let it go to waste, and we're just going to wrap it around, and that's going to help hold the concrete onto the sides. Alright, now that we have it wrapped with the chicken wire, the concrete should stick, but we're sitting a little bit square right now, so I think we need to make it a little bit more of a natural shape. So we're going to smack it with a mallet. Alright, now we have the internal structure pretty much the way we need it. Time for the fun part. Hump up. Alright, I'm not always the best at mixing up concrete. The last time we did a couple concrete projects, I mixed it up too wet. But we're going to try and keep this drier because it's going to stick to the mesh a lot better. Hump up. Keep an eye on your cousin. nope, nope. I'm gonna need that. All right, give me that back. All right, we have a good foundation around the box. I just put a little perimeter around there so we had good contact going all the way around. And now we have a sturdy foundation we can start building up from. Ah, fuck. I think we're gonna need more concrete too. Well, that was 160 pounds of concrete, and we're barely half covered. I might need help to move this into position. Hump up. Bags and we're not even covered yet. I definitely underestimated this. Okay, I think we have a very good base coat here. We're gonna let this set up a little bit, and then we're gonna come across and skim coat it with what we have left. All right, well, I'm just sitting here letting this set up a little bit, and I'm getting a little worried that it's not going to turn out great. Pup, we still have a little bit of chicken wire showing through. I think I could have got that tightened up a little bit better so we don't have as much of that slack. But like I mentioned, this is my first attempt, so this is definitely going to be a learning process. Pup. I figure the concrete is going to sag and crack a little bit. We're not trying to even it out too much yet on this layer. We're just trying to get a nice shell. And I have a little bit of concrete left over there. I'm hoping it's going to be enough to skim coat this and make it look a little better. It's a process. Pup. I found some sand, and I'm going to throw it in here, make the concrete go a little bit further, and it might make it a little bit smoother too. Looking pretty good. Hey Dabbles, I'm not trying to bother you, just grabbing a clump of dirt. Try and grab a clump of dirt for some color. That'll do. Nice. We're gonna let that dry overnight. Come pop. All right, it's been about 20 hours from where we left off, and it does look like we're drying up. We're not cured completely. There's still some dark spots showing some moisture, but for the most part it's dry, and I am liking the shape that we have. The finish isn't perfect. It's definitely looking like concrete, but I do like the shape of the stone. It's a pretty natural shape. I did etch a W into this side real faintly. Now, before we left it sit and dry yesterday, I did try and get some color on it. I went out there to the dirt pile and I grabbed some clay. I was hoping I was able to just use the clay and get some pigment into that and just dull it down, make it a little bit more brown, because all my stones around here are more brown. But that really wasn't working too well. I did use some spray paint as well. I used red, black, and white, just something I had here already, and I tried to put a little bit of accents to it. And they are faint, but I think they show through. It's making it a little bit more natural, not just an even gray. But I'm really not loving the color. I'd like to get it a little bit more brown. I don't really mind the pebbles in it, the concrete look. They are showing through because I used a heavy concrete mix and not just a mortar mix. Which next time I do this, I might try and do the top coat with a mortar mix. Oh, the geyser. Gorgeous. And the garden entrance has a bunch of blooms on it too. Looking beautiful. But while I was out today picking up some pieces for another project coming up here soon, I decided to grab some cement color. This is a brown pigment, and it is a liquid, and you're actually meant to mix this into the concrete whenever you mix it up before you apply it. But I'm wondering if I can put this into a spray bottle and kind of just get the pigment put onto this stone. So that's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to put it in the spray bottle and I'm just going to mist it over some different parts here and see if we can get some more character to the stone. Math. Got to go cool off. Okay. Pop. Stay in the shade. But what I'm going to do first is with some plain water in the bottle, I'm just going to mist the entire thing and get a little bit of moisture on it so it's not super dry. And I think that'll help the pigment soak in. I think that's adding color. Might not be made for a spray bottle. bottom. See how that dries. Alright, it is looking a lot better with the brown tone to it. That dye was actually a little bit redder than I was thinking. Maybe it gets browner if you mix it with the concrete instead of spraying it on afterwards. Oh, wet dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? Careful. We're gonna try and get this up on a pallet because I ended up using a little over 3 bags. So that means this weighs about 275 pounds. So I'm gonna need a little bit of assistance getting it in place. And this thing's not helping too much. What are you doing? Hey, you're all wet. Careful, you're falling through the pallet. So I'm gonna try and rock this up on its side. Uh-oh, Echo's gonna come protect me. Come on, Pop. I'm gonna try and rock this up so I can get the pallet underneath, and then maybe I can use the backhoe with the forks to take it over to the garden I'm putting it in. Come on, Pops. Move. Be nice if you could help me, Pop. Heavy. I think that'll work. That's pretty close. Hey! Get out of there! What are you doing? Mutt? Nice. What do you think, Mav? I think it's looking like a nice rock here for the landscape. Huh, Mav? You gonna break down the wood chips? Thanks, bud. But I think this is looking good. Now that we have the mulch covering that bottom edge, it's blending right in. I think it's working out pretty good here. I was trying to figure out the best angle to set it here, but I think it looks pretty good from every side. Now I did move the bird bath to this side to make room for this stone, because I'm thinking it's going to look better over here. Plus we have the W on this side. It's a little hard to see. I might carve that out a little bit more. It's on there though. As there is one more thing I want to add to the poplar garden here, and that's going to be a log bench. And I have the log sitting right over there in the food forest, and I'm planning on just carving a seat right there into the top. And then we can get it moved over here, and I'm planning on setting it right there. And I think that'll be the missing piece to tie this whole garden together. We'll have the log bench with the big stone, the tree, the plants, and the bird bath. Huh, pup. Love it when a plan comes together. And like I said, if you look really closely, you can see all the pebbles from the concrete, but I think this turned out to be a really good landscape stone. It's hard to find large landscape stones like this, and I definitely want more for the property. And when I saw other people making them out of concrete, I figured that would be something fun to try. And for my first attempt, I think it turned out pretty well, and I definitely learned some things to make the next one even better. And I'm pretty sure this is strong. It's only a cardboard box inside, but with the concrete shell, we have a really strong structure I can stand on. And honestly, it looks like a perfect butt rock. It is a really nice bench rock. Probably don't even need the log bench with this thing in here. It's a perfect single seater, but I think I still want the log bench for looks. I guess this can be the cup holder whenever you're sitting on the bench. Huh, Pop, what do you think? Staying in the shade? I know, Mav's ride is here. So alright guys, that's going to be all for this one. We have a new landscape stone here, and I think we're going to be making even more. So if you have any good suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments. If you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me, and Echo, and maybe Maverick on the next one. Thanks for watching. Good boy. No, that's my bottle. Maverick.